Thank you. Muchas gracias, Madrid. I would like to correct myself. I coming here in both my incarnations. I'm the leader of the United National Movement, which is leading according to every opinion poll in Georgia, and is the main opposition party, which, despite the fact that all its main leadership almost has been arrested and the others exiled, is still playing the decisive role in Georgia. And I'm the governor of the biggest region in Ukraine, of Odessa region. And I'm part of our joint Ukrainian reforms. What we are doing in Ukraine and what we are doing in Georgia, this is all interlinked. These are two different countries, but this is one big fight. One big fight for freedom, for European way of life, for European idea. People in Ukraine sacrifice with the European flags on the Maidan, and they continue every day with their lives, with the heroism of Ukrainian soldiers to protect Europe from the threat from the East, which is as traditional as it has been through the centuries, through all the ages. Again, there is a threat from the East. Again, the most aggressive, the most numerous army of Europe is trying to invade not only Ukraine, but Baltic countries, all its neighbors, menace Eastern and Central Europe, and change the whole idea, whole European way of life. That's why what Ukrainian soldier has done at the expense of tremendous casualties, it is a great European sacrifice. It is a great European battle. And we need this battle to succeed. At the same time, we can see that whenever Russia cannot reach its goals through these means of military, it goes through other ways. This is not an ethnic battle. I am running the mostly Russian-speaking region, inhabited also by many ethnic Russians. And the Russians in Ukraine, as well as Bulgarians, Romanians, Moldovans, other ethnic groups in Ukraine. We have 165 ethnic groups in Odessa region. We should not argue about the past. We should together build future. And they all want to fight corruption. They all want the reforms. They all want the changes. They all want the opportunities. They all want the progress. That's why it's easy to talk in any language. I speak Ukrainian, I speak Russian to them, and certainly we understand each other. At the same time, when this war, the attack in Odessa didn't succeed, that there are other means. That see what's happening in Georgia, in my native Georgia. Gazprom is back. Russian oligarch took over the power, rules the country informally, and as we speak, today and tomorrow, he is trying to seize the main television station in Georgia, which has absolute majority of television audience, through blackmail, through judicial manipulations, through direct menace, and through sheer physical force. It's happening in the eyes of the international community, and I really hope that the only reaction would not be we just express our concerns when they are killing democracy just in another country of Europe, and people that deserve this democracy, that fought for this democracy after Rose's revolution. We will not allow it in Georgia to happen, and we will not allow it in Ukraine to happen. I know that they also want to undermine Ukrainian reforms, to discredit what we stand for, to achieve something they couldn't achieve through shelling, through bombing, through explosions. They want to achieve it through the fact that with the disappointment of Ukrainian people, that people would just say, maybe it's not worth it. That's why President Poroshenko and all of us are initiating a number of very drastic reforms, and we will announce them in the weeks that are to come. In the nearest week. We already initiate the Odessa package of reforms, changes in 29 legislative acts that will totally change the way how Ukraine is governed, totally change the way how the corruption is handled in Ukraine. And there is a new group of young Ukrainians that's coming to government, and I'm very happy that I introduced many of them to Odessa region, but we are also introducing it through the whole political spectrum in all different parties that are willing to take over and that are willing to show a new face of this amazing nation, which happens to be the largest country in Europe and the biggest hope in Europe. Our package of reforms, as well as what President Poroshenko is preparing, which is of course much more comprehensive and much more far-fetching, together we will make a difference. We will make sure that our soldiers didn't die for nothing, that we will make sure that our people on the Maidan didn't die for nothing, and we will make sure that European idea prevails once and for all irreversibly, and Europe will feel protected. We also are counting on you. We need maybe advice, but even more than your advice, we need your help. We need standby. We need your standing by, your support, and we will overcome. And thank you so much for this change when you say the sanctions should not be lifted. It should not be lifted until Putin leaves all of us alone. He will leave us alone. We will win through reforms, through changes, through openness, through democracy. Thank you so much, and thank you, the People's Party family.